Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we're back for another brand new video. Today's video we're here to discuss the 2-0 loss to Aberdeen at Ibrox, a quarter-final replay, that's right, at home. We'll let them walk right in the front door, smash us to pieces, want it more, outfight us, beat us to every single ball, put the ball in the back of net twice, walk away, and they're on to a semi-final. Now apologies for no jokes or anything in this video because honestly I'm absolutely disgusted with what I witnessed. That was absolutely horrific. I've never seen a Rangers team with so little effort in a quarter-final of a cup. You're telling me they players really wanted to go out and win that? Because I didn't see it. I never seen the passion. I never seen the effort. I seen them lose every single individual battle. I seen them all get worked up in what Aberdeen was doing. Obviously their dirty fouling tactics and everything like that. But they lost their head. They lost the objective of winning the actual match and just decided, no, I'm going to get stuck in this guy. I'm going to run up to this guy. I'm going to get in the referees here. And Morelos, you had just fallen away the place every left, right and centre. He completely forgot he was on a football game and just decided that he was just going to drop every single opportunity, then moan to the referee. Now granted, there was a couple of occasions where he was actually fouled and genuinely fouled, especially in the second half where about 3 or 4 times the referee just didn't give anything and you could feel it in the crowd, the frustrations. But later on in the game, especially one late on in the second half, we'd had a shot, right? It was very well saved by Joe Lewis, one of the few times in the game we actually tested the Aberdeen goalkeeper. But he's got the ball, right? He can run and collect the ball and keep the attack up, keep the momentum. But instead of running and collecting the ball, he runs away from the ball towards the Aberdeen defender, then falls like a sack of spuds right to the ground and sitting rolling about for ages. And the crowd's actually screaming for him to get up, but he's just lying on the ground like that. When you've got our player of the year having such a poor performance, it just kind of sums up what the rest of the team was actually able to do. Absolutely horrific. And no, I'm not turning on Morelos, or no, I'm not saying he's crap now or he's not worth this amount of money. It was just a bad game from Alfredo Morelos, and unfortunately whenever he plays bad it just trickles onto the rest of the team and we end up playing bad. That's what we spoke about in yesterday's prediction video. I said, what Rangers is actually going to turn up? Is it going to be the free-flowing, direct, attacking Rangers football team? Or is it going to be the team that just force-feeds it to Ryan Kent and Alfredo Morelos and hopes that they win them the game? And unfortunately for us, it was the latter. We continued to force-feed the ball to Ryan Kent and Alfredo Morelos at every single opportunity, and the rest of the team sat back and waited for them to actually win them the game, and it didn't happen, lads. It never even came close. I mean, Ryan Kent, for me, personally, was the only one that can leave that field with their head held high, because I thought he got stuck in. He was direct, he was actually skillful, he was actually trying to create things, he was getting beyond people. The only one that was actually aiming towards the box. The rest of them, honestly, poor. And before we go any further in today's video, I've actually just got to say Aberdeen absolutely deserved to win this game. And what I'm about to say, and I'm obviously going to speak a lot about the Rangers players because they were absolutely awful, but you can't take anything away from that Aberdeen performance. It was actually a perfect away performance. They came here at Ibrox and just owned us. You know what I mean? They let us play with the ball left and right, that was fine, but as soon as you came near the box, they just came and they go to off us every single time. And Scott McKenna, as we like to do jokes and everything about him, once again, absolutely outstanding against Rangers. Now, as I may or may not have already said by now, I have missed the first 18 minutes of the overall match because of the traffic, the road and everything was all flooded. Well, delays beyond delays beyond delays. It was horrific, but we got there in the 18th minute, so I did actually miss the first goal live, but I did go back and look at it and it was just gifty from Rangers, just so slack. The defending was absolutely terrible, and that can be exactly said for the second goal of the game. But before we speak about Aberdeen's second goal of the game, there was actually a couple of incidences from a Rangers point of view which I would like to actually break down for you. The one that was actually positive was actually Ryan Jack hitting the post. If there was ever a moment to tell you it wouldn't be your day, it was Ryan Jack hitting the ball as sweetly as he can do from a breakdown at a corner. It hits the post and it comes straight back out. But there was actually another chance that really frustrates me, and it still frustrates me just now. It's genuinely burning my insides. It was a counter-attack from Rangers' point of view. We had Morelos and Ryan Kent inside the box. They were inside the box. Daniel Cadiz had it there. There was only one Aberdeen defender. The one mistake they made in the game, we had the opportunity to counter earlier on in the first half. Cadiz just needs to do either a light pass to Alfredo Morelos or whip into Ryan Kent, and it's a goal. It's a goal. What does Daniel Cadiz do? A shite, pathetic cross. That right there sums up everything that went wrong in this game. A lack of quality in the key areas, the key moments of the game to actually take our opportunities. We had it there and we just smashed out for a throw-in. You jump later on to the second half when Aberdeen had basically the exact same counter-attacking opportunity after some of the Rangers players were just caught ball watching. What does the Aberdeen player do? nice little pass into their player, and he runs down and scores. We could have done that. It was the exact same, almost symmetry, perfect. But what did we do? We screwed up our chance. What did Aberdeen do? They took theirs. And from a Rangers point of view, the other chances I can think of, we had a free kick right at the edge of the area, and Tavernier hits not the wall, like at the goal. He hits the man standing away from the wall, which I just found was even impressive because I've never seen that before. I've never seen someone drive the ball in at the man standing beside the wall before. That was great. Now, Jermaine Defoe did put the ball into the back of the net because that is what he does. See, when you actually bring him on and you give him time to play, he will get you a goal. But unfortunately, it was obviously offside. And there's one thing I need to bring up now. Obviously, I discussed it in the 1-1 fun recap with Aberdeen where we made no substitutions. I discussed it in the last one versus Aberdeen when we made substitutions just far too late into the game. This subs thing, I mean, 55 minutes, 56, 57, it was crying out for subs. I heard it there in the stands. People were screaming for subs because you could see we just never had the right quality in the right areas. But once again, we only make the substitutions when it's far too late. And if I'm honest with you, just being real, like from me to thee, whoever's watching this video, I was really disgusted with that overall performance because I've seen Rangers lose before. Listen, and I'll see Rangers lose a lot of times in the future. That's football. Everyone loses, right? I've seen them lose in the 3rd division, the 2nd division, 1st division. In fact, what's the division they went undefeated? Scratch that. But you know what I'm kind of saying there. Obviously, they've been to Parkhead, they've been smashed, they've been to Ibrox, they've been smashed off Celtic. I've seen it all, but there's just something that's really just stuck in there. I don't know if that's in the camera. Just stuck in there. Watching that quarter-final replay, and basically the only cup that we can win this year, unless we win the next 2 Old Firm games, fingers crossed for that. But just seeing, I don't know if it was, I wouldn't say it was a lack of effort, because I'm not going to call these players and say they never tried, but they were certainly outfought, and I thought the Aberdeen players clearly, and I mean clearly, wanted it more. And before we actually wrap up today's video and jump over to Twitter and hear from the people directly, there is a couple of things I just want to clear up. Yes, I mentioned Alfredo Morelos and Daniel Candeias as a couple of players that I obviously picked out, and no, I'm not saying that they just let us down. Every single one of them did not perform up to Rangers standard. I just love Alfredo Morelos and Daniel Candeias, so when they do perform like that, it just blows my mind. So I've obviously got to actually speak about it. BB, I didn't think had a very good game. I thought Ryan Jack, just the game slightly passed them by. I thought this was by far Kamara's sort of worst performance. And there's one thing telling at the end of the game, right? The players all kind of went down the tunnel. Do you know the one player that went round, I don't know if he's noticed this, if he stayed right to the end or anything like that, that walked round to clap the fans, was actually Joe Worrell. And that really surprised me because it was only Joe Worrell that went through, and yes, there was some boos and everything like that, obviously, with the officials and Aberdeen players and all that stuff. But he was the only one that actually walked around all 4 stands at Rangers to sort of clap, and I think he was apologising and everything like that as well. So I just wanted to mention that. And the last thing that I would like to mention, and no, I do not think Steven Gerrard should be sacked. No, I am not giving up on Steven Gerrard. I fully believe that he is the man for the Glasgow Rangers, and he will get this right. So that's me all done and dusted. What was your overall thoughts? Make sure you let me know down in your comment section below. And if you don't mind hitting that like button, because I am going to need every single bit of support I can get, because I can already feel my phone vibrating every 2 seconds. So that'd be greatly appreciated if you show any support. Now, it's time to jump into Twitter. There was no man in the match poll, obviously, because only Ryan Kent played semi-decent. Anyway, True Blue 72 just writes in a gif, just completely confused by that. Tom Alpha writes, pish, no urgency, no heart, no clue. Robbie says that performance made me miss our midfield of Ian Black, Kyle Hutton and Nicky Law. Yeah, it was that bad. Alex Horn writes, in typical team, let Aberdeen get a quick goal then crumble. Lewis hardly had anything to do. Poor all around from Rangers. Callum Cossa writes in, shite, more shite, ref shite, and that's a good report. Bob Steele writes in, think you said it all, CJ, it was pish. I'm gutted. Just make sure you get home safe in that traffic in as well. Thank you so much, man, and hopefully everyone that was travelling home got home safely as well. Callum Bruce writes in, shite, oh, what's that other word? Oh, aye, it's absolutely shite. Crispo writes in, absolutely rotten. Question needs to be after that result, and the recent result against the bigger SPFL teams have been shocking. No creativity and no drive. Just on what Crispo was saying there, how many times did you see this? Tavernier with the ball. Morelos comes short, he passes to Morelos. Morelos instantly passes it directly back to Tav. Morelos tries to spin in behind McKenna, or the other centre back for Aberdeen, sorry I'm forgetting his name. Tavernier would try a first team pass that just wouldn't go anywhere near him. And that was it. That's what we've done. Every single time. Give it out wide. Morelos comes short, tries to do the spin in behind. Every single time. And the last 2 or 3 that we actually read out comes from Ross. He writes, in Aberdeen were just better on the day, but Scott McKenna was out of this world. Got to agree with that, mate. He was absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? He's always shouting, keeping his line. I mean, I wish our defenders were that commanding. You talk about a commanding centre-back every single time Rangers game. Look at Scott McKenna in the highlights or anything if you're watching the game back. He's screaming constantly at the Aberdeen players, telling them where to go. That is a leader. Like Liam Bell writes in, Gerrard out. The only reason he hasn't been sacked yet is because his name is Gerrard. I don't agree with that, mate, but again, it's not all about me, this channel. That's completely fair. And the last one we actually read out comes from Dean Connolly. He writes in, 2 worlds, bottled it, mate. £27 for a ticket, travelling through Storm, Gareth, to stand and watch that so-called Rangers team. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people. You've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now in the comments section below. I've been CJNova92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.